If you're about to take your own headshots, do not snap a single pic until you watch this video. Trust me, you don't want to end up looking like this. We're gonna make you look like a pro, and the beautiful thing is, all you need is your smartphone. What's up, y'all? It's Chris from AppSumo, and we are all about sharing with you the tools, tips, and strategies for optimizing your performance in business and in life. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to take your headshots from this to this in just 7 simple steps. The first thing we need you to keep in mind is that the days of posing for headshots like this are long gone because they're tired and cliche, and worst of all, they make you look unapproachable to your audience. So that's why step number 1 is consider your intention. Meet Bob. Bob is a finance manager at a big corporation. In his case, it would make perfect sense to use a plain colored background. However, Nelson Jordan over here is a super creative content strategist for his SaaS and e-commerce companies. He didn't have a good space in his home, so he scouted for locations in the city and came up with this graffiti wall. It conveys energy and positivity because that's who Nelson is. Remember, people judge us by the way we dress. It's just the way it works. That's why step 2 is wear your best outfits. Take a look at what Alexandra Cote, a freelance B2B content marketing consultant, wore when she took her professional bio photos. She added in a filter, but it's clear that she's tested clothes with different textures and colors to find the perfect match. So make sure that you experiment, and while you're at it, make sure you iron your outfits. There's nothing more unprofessional than rocking a bunch of creases and wrinkles. When in doubt, choose an outfit that A, complements your backdrop, and B, makes you the most confident. Want to know the secret to these beautiful portraits? The golden hour. And that brings us to step 3, use natural lighting. But here's what we don't mean when we say use natural light. Don't take a photo in the middle of the day, and don't use the camera flash. The best way to take a great photo with natural light is to wait until an hour before dusk, aka the golden hour. Take the headshot with natural indoor lighting or even outside in a spot where there's not too much glare. If you have the budget to spare, you can also invest in ring lights or smart lights to get good artificial light indoors. Using artificial lights will help eliminate shadows in your face and give you great professional photos. And here's another pro tip. Using artificial light during your video calls will make you look 10 times better. If you didn't know that, check out our 10 Zoom tips video, and pretty soon your colleagues will be looking at you like this. You don't need to be a genius, and you don't need a DSLR to adjust brightness and focus. That's why step 4 is hack the camera settings. A good rule of thumb is to lower the brightness to give your photo some contrast. The other settings you want to adjust are the ISO, white balance, and focus. If your phone has a pro mode, select that. Otherwise, there's no hard and fast rules here. Just play with your camera settings and tweak them accordingly. If you make a mistake, just restore the photo to its default settings and try again. Anyone who's done a DIY headshot knows that they can end up looking like selfies, and that's a huge problem for professional photos. That's why step 5 is choose the correct angle and pose. In order to avoid taking a less than pro selfie, make sure your phone camera is level with your eyes. Pro tip, this is where a tripod or remote trigger or photo buddy can come in handy. Just remember, once you snap photos from an upper angle or lower angle, you start to enter the selfie zone. Here's the next question I know you're gonna ask. How should I pose? I suggest taking a page out of freelance writer Kaylee Moore's book, Do Not Pose. She says to look how you actually look in real life. You don't need to look straight at the camera or be overly posed. Just try to sit comfortably and relax. This is gonna take a little experimenting. Take a photo with you facing the camera, or look away. Whatever you do, you need to snap as many headshots as possible. This is gonna give you a ton of options to choose from, and that way you don't have to go back and do it again. But don't think that your perfect non-pose pose means you're done. If you don't make any tweaks to your photo, they will definitely look like you took them yourself. That's why for step 6, I recommend using a photo editing app like Snapseed or Lightroom. Edit the headshots to fit the situation you're in. For example, use a gradient backdrop for a social media profile. And remember, your photo editing software doesn't need to be expensive. If you're looking for a powerful, affordable, and beginner-friendly tool, try Pixlr. This browser-based photo editor offers an impressive AI cutout tool. With just one click, you can remove any object or background. You can also further enhance your photo by adjusting the brightness, contrast, and hue, just to name a few features. And right now, you can get the lifetime deal for just $49 on AppSumo. Once you've edited your photos, you might be asking yourself, which ones are good? Which ones do I pick? This part of the process can be a nightmare if you don't have a strategy, and that's where step 7 comes in. Ask for feedback. Here's an underrated tip from social media strategist KM Robinson. Gather your top favorite headshots and ask for feedback on social media. Take your top 3 and ask for opinions on which looks the most professional and approachable. When one of your photos gets the most votes, you know you have a clear winner. Just make sure you're not only taking advice from your aunts and uncles who want you to look cute. You want to look professional. And now that you're about to take an awesome professional looking photo for free, you might want to also brush up on these simple design tips to 10x your sales. We'll see you there.